Alright, welcome to the video, guys. We're going to be on Cliff for this one in the T21, and I'm going to show you how you can make this map work, man. It's not an easy map to make work with the light tank, but you can do it. Running this thing with bounty vents, by the way, for this particular map, I consider this a city map. We're running bounty vents, which is in the scouting slot. Doesn't really make a difference, though, because it's bounty. So you run the bounty vents, and then I would recommend running these two. Rammer is really important for city maps because you do more damage per minute, and it's just, in my opinion, if you're going to get a city map, you have to have a setup that has rammer on it so you can do more damage. Because if you're going to be going for a 3 mark, you need the most DPM possible, right, to make it easier on yourself. And then just run something like V-Stab. I have Aim Tuner here, or rather, this is actually improved aiming, right? You can run Aim Tuner too if you want. I just feel like the improved aiming is usually going to be better off either that or V-Stab. People have done like these quick calculations on these things, and I think I'm almost positive that both the improved aiming and the V-Stab are always better than running just the improved aiming module. So it's up to you how you want to run it, but I like that setup. And again, rammer, like, I'd really highly suggest you guys run vents and rammer just to maximize your DPM, man. So that's what I do. That's the setup I run on a map such as Cliff. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because this corner has been left uncontested, I'm going to use that to my advantage. And I'm going to poke around and see if I can get shots into some people around the corner, right? We're able to hit the KV3 in the side. We're able to hit the Cromwell as well. And then we also have a couple guys that are going up this direction, so I have to be careful of what the AMX 1357 is going to do here, because they kind of have this area 1, so I'm just watching out for that. Like, in the corner of my eye, you know, I like to watch these things, and I would highly suggest that you guys do the same thing. So KV3 is poking here now, and now I just kind of have to figure out what to do. This is the problem with Cliff, is that especially from the north spawn, because on the south spawn, I always like to take this little corner over here. Let me slow it down so I can show you guys this. Like this corner over here, I show this in all my videos, man. I just like to take that corner because I don't know what else to do on Cliff, right? But on this map, you actually have to find something to do. Somehow Skoda's like outspotting me here or something weird. He's able to get a shot into me there, but I do end up hitting this guy a couple of times and making him pay for that poke that he got on me earlier. So I see him here. He tries to poke up once. He tries to poke up again. I hit him twice. And now, again, I can kind of use the fact that this has been left open to my advantage. And again, just watching the AMX 1357, see how this guy's trying to kind of test it, and now we have the M445 that's going to, you know, contest him and all. But I can use this bush, and I can use this pathway here, because this giant rock keeps you safe from tank destroyers in the back. And I can poke around and just sit in this bush, try and spot people. Like, if the Cromwell's going to poke, I'm kind of waiting for him to poke. And you see how I can take advantage of this, man? This is why it's really important that if you're on the other spawn, you don't leave this wide open, man. You know, you really don't want to do that. Like, if you're in a medium or a heavy, you might want to have someone poke in this area, right? Because it's no different on the other side. You have this rock to block you from this tank destroyer hill if someone's going to poke here. And at higher tiers, a lot of times you will get like a heavy that will try and poke through here. So Cromwell YOLOs us there. I'm able to clean him up, or the T-34 is, or whatever it was, but we kill him. And now we are in a situation where I'm trying to kind of fight this 1357. I get one shot into him, and I know that they have really, really good, like, I don't want to say DPM, but the clip is ridiculous, man, right? On the AMX 1357, you don't want to get clipped out by these guys. So I hit him once, and then I immediately back away before you can get more than like 1 or 2 shots into me, right? Because if you take one shot, it's not a big deal from these tanks, because they only hit you for like 80 or 90 HP. But it's getting clipped out that's the bad part, right? Because I mean, you'll get lit on fire and all kinds of things, because they have like 7 or 8 shells they hit you with in a matter of 7 or 8 seconds, and it's just like, it's insane, dude. So I'm gonna poke around the corner here, clean up the 1357. I think this guy didn't realize that I could get a shot into him, but I can, and we're kind of winning this game, man. I mean, it's like 8-2. You know, I don't think this team has any chance at all. The HP differential is not extreme, though, which is interesting. But now that we've advanced this far and we're able to get into this corner, like pretty much into the G square, we can now counter people in this area. So I can poke up, get shots into the FV. We're spotting the T-150, and I just have to be careful that I don't get whacked by like a tank destroyer in the back here, because there's still a Hellcat and 2 Su-100s that are unspotted. So eventually what I'm going to do is I will advance here. Looks like the Hellcat gets spotted and goes down. And now that I realize, okay, it's just the two SU-100s, and I spotted this guy and he got cleaned up off the map. It was like the T-34 or something, right? He gets cleaned up off the map, and now I can advance, right? So now I'm going to advance. What vehicle was that? Yeah. I'm just trying to find out. The guy that was retreating. I'm not sure what it was. But whoever else was down there, man, right? We were able to clean him up and spot him. Was it like a T-150 or something like that? And then the SU-100s appear here, and this is an easy game from here on out, right? So now all I do is advance. I light these guys, and they're either going to try and stay behind this rock, they're going to rush down like this and try and get one more shot off as they run away from enemy fire, or they're going to jump off the cliff or whatever, man. You know, they only have so many options at that point when you have this many teammates, and you just rush in, and that's the game, guys. So I'm really showing you this video so that you can understand how you can continue going up with your mark of excellence while you get a map like Cliff, because Cliff is just kind of garbage for light tanks. And really what it comes down to is, even though I did a lot of spotting, you have to do damage, man. I did 1462 damage visible in this game, and that's how I continue advancing with my mark. I'm at a 2 mark with the T21. This tank, man, I'm at like, I think 87%, and the games I was getting into were just really, really rough. Because I have 3 marked like 4 or 5 vehicles in the last few weeks, man, and this thing I could not get it to work at all. But that's the game on Cliff, guys. I hope it gives you some good advice for how to play this map in a light. I'll show you the unplates real quick, and I will let you guys go. Again, not a super strategic kind of video, but this was a mastery for me, and we did 2336, 1462. So this is something like 3800 combined or something like that, or close to 4K combined in a tier 6 light on freaking Cliff, man. So I think that's pretty good. And again, this was my scouting setup, but we were running the city setup, right? Again, rammer, guys. I highly suggest rammer. I'd also suggest vents, but it really depends on the tank. So I was running the improved aiming on here. On the 5916, I think I ran V-stab. So that's another comparison, because that's a tier 6 light, right? We were second by damage, guys. Second by experience. We got 2 kills here again, and I think we played it really, really well. I know we had a much better team, but still, man, you always want to play to the best of your ability regardless. You know, if you have a good team, that doesn't mean just camp in the back and relax, right? Still play the best you can, guys, and there you go. That's it. Hope it helps you out on Cliff. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.